Hello, world. Welcome, 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 or welcome back. I'm Goddess Dawn. It is Sunday, November 1st, 2020. And I'm just here with a little news, a little story I read. Thought I'd bring it to the channel, talk about it a little bit. As I'm sure you are well aware, the election is in just a few days. It's a crucial moment in time for our country. There's a lot going on around the election, a lot of shenanigans. And I read that on Friday, I believe it was, Biden, he's out there stomping for his candidacy, as is Trump. And yeah, Biden is in Texas and he's campaigning. And Texas is a very controversial state. It's very competitive with regard to this election. And yeah, Biden got chased out by the MAGA people. As you can see by this picture, this truck right here is, there's something happening here. I'm not sure who was who, but Biden's bus is clearly right here. We have Trump supporter here, and there's other pictures, which I'm going to share the screen, that show a lot more trucks and cars surrounding the bus. And it's not a safe situation. So let me share my screen with you. I'm going to go with Bossip. Their headline says Biden campaign cancels Texas events after Trump train shadily swarms bus on the interstate. So the story continues. The Biden campaign canceled a series of events Friday after Trump supporters attempted to intimidate them on the highway. Twitter's been flooded with video of a group of Trump supporters swarming a Biden campaign bus as it drove up the I-35 in Hays County, Texas. In case you're unaware, the Dorito devotee groups who vehicularly show sycophancy to Trump like this are known as Trump trains. Okay, so Bossip is a Black-run site. I don't know if they're Black-owned, but their commentary is definitely not the ordinary, as you can tell by the words. But yeah, so what they're letting us know is that they're Trump trains that seem to be common since they have a name. Sounds like intimidation to me. But this goes on to say this particular train caused at least one collision, confusion, and led to the cancellation of 3 scheduled Biden campaign events. So he basically ran Biden out of Texas, or his Trumpers, the Trumpers, or the MAGAs, whatever you want to call them. It says witnesses say several cars jumped in front of the Biden bus to attempt to slow it down as their Trump and American flags waved in the air. They included some tweets. This one says, Vanilla ISIS terrorists, aka Trump MAGA. Tuesday, we take our country back from Trump terrorism. Yeah, and I hope this is the case. Let's play the video. Yeah, they're giving him a private escort out of the state. That's crazy.
Shit, look at that.
This is dangerous stuff. Someone could have gotten hurt or even killed, because this could have caused a whole domino effect of an accident here. These are some hateful people.
Shit, look at that.
Look at that. That's crazy. Wow. So this goes on to say, rather than engage in productive conversation about the drastically different visions that Joe Biden and Donald Trump have for our country, Trump supporters in Texas Friday instead decided to put our staff, surrogates, supporters, and others in harm's way, said Tariq Thaufik, Texas communications director for the Biden campaign. Meanwhile, instead of counting his very few remaining days in office, Oxidized Orange Juice in Chief tweeted his support of the group's intimidation tactics and harassment. Of course he did. He tweeted, "I love Texas." Right here. Let's see what video he tweeted out.
3, 2, 1, go! Welcome to the...
So he tweeted the video of the intimidation escort out of the state. Wow.
To the place where we run it.
That is insane. It says that caused a wide and well-worded clapback from Biden spokesman Bill Russell, who noted that Trump's inadequacy recently caused Pennsylvania Trump supporters to be stranded after one of his rallies. For the second time in a week, your campaign has left your supporters stranded in the cold with no transportation at one of your super spreader rallies, Russo said on Twitter. Maybe you should spend more time worried about those buses than ours. So he responded to Trump's tweet with that message. Wow, this is insane that this is our presidential campaign with this type of behavior. Grown professional people competing for the presidential seat, and yet the supporters can't keep a professional, sane head about themselves. The article goes on to say the Federal Bureau of Investigation is looking into the incident, and the City of Kyle Police Department has released a statement essentially saying that it was out of their hands. I doubt that. The police confirmed that they received a report that 2 or more vehicles may have made contact on Friday about 4 p.m., reports the Texas Tribune. Officers responded to the area, but no vehicles stopped to share information with law enforcement. It says, from videos of the event that have now surfaced on social media, it appears that the vehicle contact actually occurred within San Marcos, Texas, prior to the campaign bus arriving in Kyle. A statement from Kyle Police Department read, all involved parties are being referred to the San Marcos Police Department should they desire to file any type of report with law enforcement. So basically, Kyle is passing the buck over to San Marcos. They don't want to have anything to do with this. The San Marcos, Texas Police Department is also seemingly unbothered about what transpired. Had this have been Black folks doing something like this, oh, it would have been all-out war. It says a San Marcos spokesperson said police received a call from Biden campaign bus requesting a police escort, but weren't able to catch up to the bus before it exited the city due to traffic. The police have not yet spoken to either driver about the collision and said they weren't able to determine who was at fault. So it sounds like the Biden campaign obviously was unaware that they needed an escort while traveling through Texas, but now they know that there are a handful of nut jobs in Texas who will go above and beyond to make sure they represent for their president. This goes on to say, sigh in all caps. Unfortunately, yet unsurprisingly, the presidential race in Texas between Trump and Biden is still tight leading up to Tuesday's election, hence why there's still supporters dustily doing his dirty work for him. With that being said, VOTE. And I have to agree and concur, please, and encourage you to please vote, please vote, please vote, please vote. Imagine 4 more years. Oh, let's see what the comments have to say. Biden needs to get his balls out of his wife's purse. Okay. Democrats are now trying any and everything to gain sympathy votes. Y'all now realize y'all aren't going to win. Responsible Christian Black voters don't care about the homosexual rights, illegal alien rights, or increased welfare spending. Wow. Plus, Biden is 80 years old and using Blacks because he knows this is his final shot. Creeps, pure creeps, the whole cult gang of them, including their leader. Yeah. Says, I will be, this is someone else. I will be glad when the election is over. Trump bragged about this incident at his rally. Anyone okay with this type of behavior from the POTUS is a racist and fascist. Black and brown people, especially males, are delusional. Your money, payoffs, and celebrity does not matter to these people. You will not be exempt from their acts of hatred and intimidation. For that, they get a bell. This next person, Steve Stone, says, meh, I was downtown eating seafood and didn't even register. People were more concerned about Longhorns game and getting their costumes ready to go out and act a fool. Political freaks on both sides of the aisle are strange. What else is new? Yeah, I kind of agree with that. It seems to be going above and beyond now with this behavior, though. It says, you and those deaf-tone comments. He responds, meh, only to people who catch feelings over politicians. Careful, Steve. Boss have added another honest, responsible Black person to their hit list, Daddy, but they won't remove their honesty as fast. She's a smart, dark-skinned Black woman who doesn't need EBT. Man, I bet it's hella nice living in your world. I bet when you see all the homeless tents when driving into Austin, you imagine they are instead luxury hotels, huh? LOL. So these people are basically going back and forth about their political views, as of course usually happens when there's comments under a post like this. I just find this whole thing to be pretty disgusting, honestly. Let me see. This right here, and this guy is just tweeting it out, saying he loves Texas. So basically backing up what these people were doing. And if somebody would have gotten hurt or killed, then what would he be saying? He has always encouraged this type of behavior, and this is a part of the problem. It's definitely time to make a change. And, we got to make sure we get our voices heard and we get those votes in. I can't encourage this enough. So that was really the purpose of this video. When I read that, I was like, yeah, we have to talk about this. That's all I have, though. I'm going to leave it here. Thank you as always. Subscribe, like, share. Till next time. Peace.